In our last video, we sailed from the Guvia Marina to Kalami Bay, which turned out to be a little bit of a challenging anchorage. In this video, we sailed from Kalami Bay to Sivota Mourtos.
All right, so they are, you can take that up. There's the anchor up.
Here's the anchor at our first Kalama anchorage, which got a little dicey last night.
All right, this is just beautiful as we leave Kalami Bay. And Celia, you just got the anchor up for us.
Yeah, I've done that, what, 3 times now? And then that last
you've done it
24
more than
hours?
that.
No,
oh,
I mean
yeah.
in the last 24 hours.
Yeah. And then we are leaving Kalami Bay, which treated us overall really well. And really beautiful bay. A little bit of less sleep due to the anchoring issues with the other boats, and we did have very strong katabatic winds last night.
Yeah, look at these beautiful, they look like sandstone-y looking cliffs here as you enter the Kalami Bay, as we exit the Kalami Bay. And we are exiting the Kalami Bay.
Okay, so we've left Kalami Bay. We're heading to Sivota Mourtos. It's about a 28 nautical mile trip today. There's not a lot of wind, so we're under power so far. We may hopefully get some wind before we actually arrive. There's an island in the middle, and then to the right of that, across the water, is the marina that we started in yesterday, Guvia Marina. And then if you look around, I'd actually like to be going more to port, but this is Albania right there, the close land. And what I understand, you don't really want to get far into Albanian waters, or else their marine police will approach you, their Coast Guard. And I think it'd be better to avoid that, so we'll try to avoid that. Celia is testing out more features of the boat. So in theory, we only have a cushion supplied for one side, but you could have 2 forward areas. I think Chris is assessing all of the photographic options, or maybe more.
Checking out how far we are from Albania, and almost past the border.
And Doug and I are having fun in not exactly chart plotter heaven, but something partway toward chart plotter heaven. All right, so here's yours truly, and just all that beautiful scenery behind me. Should be able to see back there the Corfu fort and parts of the coastline of Corfu and Corfu town back there. Really lovely day. Not a lot of wind. Have to check the time. I think it's around 10:30 a.m. roughly. We're going to a relatively small anchorage, so we didn't want to leave too late and increase the risk of not getting a spot. So we'll see how that goes, and the hope is to anchor somewhere around Sivota Mourtos. Okay, looking back, boy, the water and the sky and the clouds are just beautiful. That's looking back from where we came, and then to the right is Albania, and just so beautiful. We learned that Albania has applied for EU status, so they're like a candidate country status right now. All right, how are we doing, Doug?
We are doing great. We are not up on the rocks from last night. Our anchor held due to lots of looks, but no motion on the anchor. We held pretty firm after we set it, so that was all good. But yeah,
now what happened with the other boats, as best we can tell?
The other boats, all 4 of the other ones were gone from the anchorage. We looked around and they were all missing, and then we saw them finally in the distance. None of them had their lights on, nav lights on. Finally, one of them turned on their lights. A version of the Coast Guard came and had them turn on their lights, and they started heading back.
I was thinking I'd make some
where we could do some lettuce wraps with some veggies, and we got some homemade tzatziki that we got at a local shop in Kamali Bay yesterday, made by the store, and some cheese and lunch meats. I'll cut up some tomato and onion and some cucumbers, and people can just kind of make a nice veggie wrap. How does that sound?
Sounds amazing. We're fully underway at about a little over 6 knots. How's the comfort down here?
It's very good. And then I used bottled water to rinse. I'm using bottled water to rinse all of the produce with. And this is a really cool storage here. It hinges. It's easy to get to. There's actually wine bottle storage there, which we didn't see in time.
So we kind of use that as our self-serve, quick way.
Yeah.
We have more stuff down here, but this
Which
is
I
a
could use
massive.
another big bottle of water out there.
It's a massive soul board, so it's kind of, and it doesn't have a hinge. I mean, a gas.
So if you
Field
could give
to
me
hold it
another
up.
one of these big bottles of water. Oh, I think there's
I
something
will.
in there too.
All right, Celia has prepared a spread for us. Chris is digging in. Doug and I will soon. And then Celia's still down below getting some fruit ready too. It's a really comfortable setup on this boat. Like Celia was mentioning earlier that she kind of likes the feel of this boat better than the cat. The cat is just so massive that we were all kind of lost from each other. So this way we communicate a lot more. Get to check in. We've seen almost no pleasure boats out today on a Monday, but here is finally a sailboat, and we were just chuckling because there's almost no wind, but they've got just the mainsail. So I'm often on the helm, but it's such a delight to just get to come up to the bow. You can see where we're headed back there, and headed to Sivota Mourtos. And it is just so lovely today. Still not much wind. I think the true wind is still only running in the 3 to 5 knot range.
Everyone has deserted me. I'm the only one up here now. But there's nothing to worry about. I've got it under control. I'm not washing our dishes. We have a nice straight track.
All right, here go 2 different Greek ferries. The closer one definitely can take vehicles as well. Yeah, they clearly have a very active ferry system, and on a day like today, it's kind of almost smooth as glass. All right, so here is the end of Corfu, and then that's the beginning of Paxos. And we're starting to see a few sailboats around here. So there's somebody going along, and then the little island is Antipaxos. And we are heading ahead. That is the dark thing is 2 islands in there. We're going to go just to starboard of those and try to tuck in to a neat little anchorage. Hopefully it works out. Hopefully there's rain. Here on the chart plotter you can see the different shipping lanes, and you can see we're crossing one of them. That's one of the ferry lanes, but there's a variety of lanes depending on which port and direction they're heading toward.
We're seeing some caves in the cliffs now.
This is one of the 2 islands by Sivota Mourtos, and yeah, you see all these different caves.
And these boats are probably anchored here just to swim and maybe paddleboard or kayak or dinghy through those caves over there would be my guess. We're headed into here, Mourtos and Sivota, or Sivota and Mourtos, and we're going to be looking for an anchorage around in here somewhere.
Even using the book Ionian 11th edition, it was difficult to assess where we might anchor in Sivota Mourtos. As you will see from our track, we first tried in the Inn Bay. We found too many boats there, so we turned around and sailed 3.5 miles back to the marina area of Sivota Mourtos. That area, per the chart book, was possibly shallow, but a kind gentleman waved us in, and we were good and had plenty of depth.
Well, our hope was to anchor somewhere, but unfortunately we couldn't find an anchorage that we felt comfortable with. You know, the first time you come someplace and you just have to kind of figure it out the first time. Fortunately, we've come when it's not a super busy time, and we thought we were going to do our first ever med mooring, but oh yay, we got to just come in on the side, and a very comfortable mooring for tonight. I think we're all looking forward to a good night, uninterrupted sleep, and very comfortable getting on and off the boat here. And we'll have groceries and restaurants, and maybe we just won't leave. We'll just spend the rest of our trip here.
So we're at Mourtos, or Sivota Mourtos. It's got us hooked with electricity, 58 euros for one.
And then here is the little village, or there's a nice sized market, so we'll be getting some ice, which is exciting. It's warmer here than yesterday. Another luxury at this marina is we can get rid of our garbage. We heard from the locals that Sivota is more of a seasonal village starting in May. In the summer, it is very crowded with tourists and yachts.
Okay, we're here at Sivota Mourtos, and it's beautiful. And water is obviously a huge part of this town. These are little boats you can rent, or they'll take you on a tour. We just bought a little bit from the Fashion Gifts art show. Young woman from Romania owns it now. She just started it, and her cute young daughter was in there with her in her taekwondo uniform. It was cute. The boats are tied to what you could call slime lines, and so it's a line that goes down into the water back there, and then it's also tied up here. And so you first come in and tie up and keep the boat pushed off the dock, and then with a boat hook you pull the slime line, and that ties you backwards, so it applies force to keep you off the dock here. So we're scoping out the restaurants that are here on the water too, and these right here have an awfully nice view looking out, and gosh, gorgeous day. So there's a hotel and cafe over that way, and then probably like condos up the hill there. A lot more mooring spots. Oh, and then if we look over, so we came in right in there and had to go around the ketch or schooner and then hooked our way in, and then the blue stack pack that's open, that's our boat. That's where we had to slip in behind the power boat, and it was a tight squeeze, but we got it. Almost like at the Santa Cruz Boardwalk, they have a fun game area with all kinds of shops. They have a nice courtyard and chessboard. It is really fun and beautiful. This is pretty cute. The travel agency, Sivota Travel, and they have all this out front. Very pretty and colorful.
We are at Giorgio's family
what a beautiful name.
restaurant in Sivota. And here's Chris and Doug and my honey enjoying a Corfu beer.
Look at the Corfu beer.
Yeah.
different boat.
And we're tasting a little bit of the
No.
traditional liquor.
Yeah, but you need that.
Blair has a beautiful Greek salad for dinner. I'm trying for the first time moussaka, which is a traditional Greek dish. Chris has lasagna for dinner tonight, along with a Greek salad. And Doug has a mysterious silver package which contains a traditional Greek stew.
Okay, so today we were coming from Kalami Bay. Ended up being, by the time we did everything, 32 nautical miles to get to Sivota Mourtos. And as we came down, we took a hook around that little rock out there, and then there's a nice slot. You go in here and a nice deep, super protected bay back in there that some sailors I've watched on YouTube enjoy anchoring at. But as we got close, we saw 4 boats already.
Of kittens, cats around, which is actually a good thing because it keeps down the rodent population. But there's like a bunch of them right here. The next morning, I explored a little trail that went away from town and came across this adorable little horse and a beach. Are you friendly? This looked a little choppy when we came in yesterday, but now it's smooth as glass, and there are a few people anchored here. We are over on the other side of this rocky outcropping in the key. There's a lovely little cafe here that's, I guess, getting ready to open because people are waiting. So Blair is out for a run this morning, and Doug and Chris are probably getting ready to go find some coffee at a cafe. They want to try the Greek coffee. I may join them, but if not, we'll find out what they thought. But I'm just out exploring. Overall, we're pretty happy with our experience of Sivota, and I think would highly recommend it. Great food for dinner last night. So Doug and I are exploring this road we found above the beach. It looks like we found the cardboard dumping ground. We are hoping that we're on a road that loops back to town. Doug has led us into the weeds to get a good view of the boat. My husband warned me about him. Let's see, would this be, this isn't, is this the little stores we were in yesterday?
Yeah, I think it might be. This
Okay.
might be the top of their...
Yay, we made it back to the boat dock. We were lured into the bamboo place for coffee. This little sitting area, and Chris and Doug are gonna try the Greek coffee, so they're gonna have hair on their chest after today, if they don't already.
I got the regular chocolate.
Oh, that's right. You got the chocolate latte like I did.
Yeah,
So. Okay, here's our coffees, and they come in such pretty cups. We also got these little caramel biscuits to have with our coffee.
It's coffee. It's very good.
Good coffee, good Greek coffee. Hello, little birdie. Hi, kitty. You want to come with us, don't you? In our next video, we will sail further down the coast of Greece to the beautiful, breathtaking Parga.